How's everybody doing? What's going on? We're back. Saucy and Hush on the couch.
Episode 6.
How you feeling? I'm loving the now and later color hairdo. Reminds me of a flavor of now and later I wish I could have mixed and made when I was younger. And I mean that in the most adoring way.
More like cotton candy.
Yeah, but the male version is, we don't really use cotton candy terms. We're too masculine for that. We don't do cotton candy, we don't do pink. So that's why I said like...
Salmon.
Salmon is exquisite. So what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm okay. How are
Looking
you?
good, you looking good. We picked the colors again.
Always.
Gray was the vibe this time. I was feeling that pure white last time though. We gotta revisit the white with something else. Just, we won't tell you when, but we gotta revisit white. That was dope. So anyway, yeah, so what's going on? Talk to the people. I did your job a little harder last time, so hopefully this time you can be the lead as you should be. Lead.
Follow the leader, follow the leader.
Talk to them.
Good evening. So I'm gonna get right into it. If you guys have a topic that you want us to discuss, you want our opinion on anything, you can shoot us an email at saucyandhush@gmail.com. I am not going to spell it out. I've been spelling it out for the last 5 episodes. saucyandhush@gmail.com, or you can DM us individually, Saucy or More on IG, and
How you stop them?
okay.
We're not spelling nothing no more. Like you said, I'm with the vibes, I'm with the smoke as far as how you want to address it now. Because even if we're not at the tippy top in this podcast game that everybody and their mother is doing, it's just like with music when I started with, and everybody and their mother is doing that. We salute you, we congratulate you, but no matter how many podcasts are out there, we still are making a stamp of our own. So it's no longer needed to baby the audience.
No, we're not babying you no more. All right.
All right, dope for the introduction. Glad to be here and get to work. Go ahead.
All right. So my first topic of discussion is how can I word it? When is enough? Enough. Meaning, if you're in a relationship and your significant other, girl or man, steps out and cheats on you, how many times do you allow it? Or do you even give them a second chance? Or the first time is enough is enough? The reason why I come into this because I can relate. And I also saw on Instagram Amber Rose and AE, also known as Alexander Edward. They have a baby together named Stash.
Like stash, like hot shit stash?
I apologize. I really don't follow Amber Rose like that, but they do have a baby together. He's adorable. This is why I say again, what you see on social media, when you see these couples, kikiing and look like they're old in love, and 5 years later something comes up. So she went on yesterday on a IG rampage about how she got tired of being cheated on. She went out and saying that AE cheated on her with 12 women.
So she has Slash, Electric, Alexander Edwards, and Sebastian Taylor Thomas.
Sebastian is with Wiz
Khalifa.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
So yeah, she has a baby with IE Slash. AE/Alexander. I can't do the AE thing. So he's cheated on, and he did an interview with, I forgot who he did an interview with on IG, saying that he admitted to it. He cheated on her with multiple women. She said 12. He didn't say how many he cheated on her with. But in his defense, he's like, listen, I'm tired of hurting her. He loves women. And he can't just have one. So, my thing is, when is it enough? Like, I understand the first time. I mean, I'm at the point in my life where...
Do you? Don't cap.
That's why...
Don't cap on this network.
I just want to say, I'm at a point in my life where I'm not tolerating that shit anymore. Because I was in a relationship and married where I got cheated on faithfully. And
that's funny how you use the words cheated on and the word faithfully in the same breath, because that totally goes against each other. But go ahead, I know what you mean.
Faithfully, every other 6 months, basically. And in his defense, he's like, well, texting and entertaining is not considered cheating, and then that stepped into getting something else, group, and it's just like, okay, one time, they say one time, shame on you.
Who's you?
The person who did it. And the second time, shame on me, because I allowed you to let you know that continue this behavior. And third time, that's it, motherfucker, that's it. I can't take no more. But 12 women, I don't know if that's 12 times or just 12 women, but according to him, it's like... That's
the same thing.
He could have been...
As far as how you treated and how you should look at it.
I don't know if he cheated on her 12 times with one woman, or he just had 12, he was just entertaining 12 women.
But do you view that differently? Like,
no.
if you found out one situation, there was one chick, but he did it 12 times, versus him doing it once, but with 12 people, how do you, like, what's the difference in those two scenarios?
I don't see no damn difference, but I'm just saying. I salute, like I said, I'm not against women who deal with it because I was in a point in my life when I was in my early 20s and half of my teens, I dealt with that. And because I was married and I had kids, I kind of sort of wanted it to work. So I dealt with it. Forgave. Okay, you're going to change. And wanted to see the good in a person. And because I get it, when people do get in relationships young, meaning in their early 20s, sometimes they don't know what they want. They just, they want the fantasy of being in a relationship, being married, have somebody to hold your back, but then secretly wants to be a bachelor. So, so when is it enough? To me, enough, I think once I heard 30, I was like, all right.
You heard 30?
Thank you for correcting me. But know what I mean. When I hit 30.
So it's an age thing. Or do you think it's just
me? I'm talking about
enough
me.
You want specific?
When I hit 30, I'm telling you when I thought it was enough for me. When I hit 30 and I was like, where am I going in my what I'm doing? Like I'm not happy. Then the trust issues come around. Then when you do take somebody back, it's like, okay, then you have trust issues. Now you're like, is he cheating? Like when he picks his phone up or when she picks her phone up, what's she doing? Like, don't nobody want to be in a relationship like that. I know I didn't want to be like that. And then when I did take him back, that's what happened. It's the trust issues. And then when he stepped out, then I stepped out. Because I'm not saying I didn't step out, but no, he started it first. So, like Rihanna said, once a good girl gone bad, she bad forever.
You in this Rihanna thing, you gotta let it go, because the accent always come out when it comes to that.
But so yeah, what do you think enough is enough?
Wow, this is a lot of pressure. Men, I hate that. I can't cap, fellas. Can you respect the fact that I can't cap? So when I address certain things, don't take it so personal, but tell the truth. We can't stomach one mishap on our ladies' part of cheating, we somehow can do it. So I feel like it's not even fairly judged, because if we deal with women, we've all dealt with women where we cheated and they may have forgiven us if we had like one mishap or so. But men, are we forgiving the one mishap of the woman? It's very rare. It's possible. In today's age, everything is possible. But I got the masses majority sending her to Cliptown off that first cheat.
Absolutely. Because once I stepped out and did something, it was the end of the world. Like, oh my God, how could you? It's like men can dish it out, but they can't take it when a woman do it. Because they say women are emotional. So when they're stepping out and they're in tune with the guy, they become emotionally involved with that guy.
And that's the whole argument with which we're too much of a united union that we're trying to just be positive and give you good vibes out there to live off of. So to really go into the details is too much, because it becomes a back and forth cat versus dog thing, because it's like men could cheat, we could just fuck. Like, we could shake that shit off. I mean, to think at once that we could possibly get our woman to understand that aspect, maybe they understand the aspect, but the respect and what they have as expectations for a relationship won't allow it, even if they get to understand it. So we have the trouble of saying, well, I can do that and not let it affect me emotionally and get in the way and jostle with my with my brain. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter, it's still viewed that way. And the reason we can't forgive the woman is we don't believe that y'all can do that. And even if y'all could just shake the dude off after the fact, just the thinking and the reminder of it will eat at a guy way more than it eats at a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard that. I actually heard that. It's like, damn. And then don't let her be good. Don't. What? You were doing all the tricks you did with me with him? Oh, no.
Well, that's the first thing too. I mean, it's a lose-lose for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies. It's lose-lose, because if you're with your man and you're satisfying him excellently, or even if y'all kind of been a little at odds and you still getting it good, even if you're not getting her best. And like I said, it's lose-lose, because if y'all are not tight at the time, y'all have little differences, but she still gives you the minimum. You're gonna be even more tighter if she stepped out, because that nigga got the maximum. Then if you're on good terms and you're getting maximum, she's sharing maximum. So he still got a taste of the good shit, no matter what terms y'all were on. Because again, if she gonna do it, she gonna do it. You see, with us, I don't think it, and this is where you correct me if I'm wrong, it's not the giving it away performance, whether we were good or bad at it, whether we did the love-making things, or did we just wham bam dip. I think it's the fact that it's just disrespectful, period. And you're not gonna you can't take your mind off the fact that you did it. And the chick is probably grimy, or it's something sleazy about her, or whatever. I'm not a woman. You get it? So there's nothing. So even if we told you, babe, I gave my rap performance, I just got a couple strokes and I was done, that's not gonna justify it. But break down why that's the difference between you and me. Because I'm gonna think you gave the best performance, and I don't give a F what you say about trying to water it down like you just laid there. He still got the good sauce.
First of all, I don't know how to fake the funk. I don't know how to fake the funk. And if I wanted to lay there, my stuff, if I'm not into you...
Almost made me drop the mic when he said my stuff.
If I'm not into you, then that definitely, will definitely tell from there. But if I'm into you, and if I tried not to perform, she's not.
I know.
Yeah.
Are we PG? No, we're not fucking PG. It's late. The kids should be in fucking bed, and she don't gotta water that shit down. Meaning, you're gonna have dry sand.
The reason why he calls me Saucy is because I got the sauce.
And what sauce you ever had that was dry?
Okay. Swish, drowning.
But let's not get off topic here and rise the temperature up.
So you're saying if a woman were to cheat on you, that's it. You're not giving her a first, second, and third time to like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming first, second, third time. You're not gonna give her another shot to prove that she's.
We're
that
petty.
Was one time.
We're petty in some ways. Not every guy. I'm not gonna put every guy under this umbrella. If I'm not doing nothing, like I'm actually clean, bro. No.
Okay, so
if I was doing me, I'm gonna still play the cards as if I wasn't, because remember, if I'm looked at as I'm not doing anything, even if I did something, I can't react to your situation and make me guilty. So I would have to sort of still eat it, but I'll be more mad. And you'd be like, well, why is he so angry about it? Because he was doing it. It's tricky. It gets mental.
I get it. So basically, I get it now. You basically just told on all the men.
I didn't say all men did this.
Well, the men that do cheat and the women do step out. And he kind of sort of like, listen, I forgive you, blah, 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 because maybe kind of sort of down the line he might have did something. And you don't want to be like, damn, clipper. But you know you was doing something also.
But he might still be extreme and get Act of the Year award to still clip you on the first go round, even though he did something. Because again, it doesn't matter if it's a guy who's never cheated, a guy who might have cheated, or a guy who cheated. The thought of his woman with somebody else, masculinity sets in. Like, this bitch. He don't deserve the sauce. This nigga been eating crackers his whole life. How you gonna get the sauce? My sauce? He can't get his own sauce. And everybody looks at it like, okay, what was the reason? Because guys will go even further mentally and say, well, I did it because I just wanted more. Or babe's just been tired working, and I can't get to it as much as I want. So now when I step out, it's to be nastier. So now we got these nasty thoughts of when we go to do it. If you do it, we think you gonna be the nasty, like no anal, right? But if you step out, you let him do anal, I will kill y'all both. Shit like that.
So, I guess to answer that question, I guess it basically depends on the individuals. Like I said, when I was younger, I tolerated it because I wanted my family to work. I was young, and I gave him multiple chances. Once I hit 30, I became a savage. I was like, yeah, I too could play that game. You want to cheat, I want to cheat. But now that I'm my older, I'm about to be going on 40 in 4 years. No, 3 years. I'm not tolerating that. I'm not, because it's I can't. 12 women, and I don't even know how old is Amber. I mean, it's just, and people was like just saying just mean things like she does a slut walk, you can't make a hoe into a housewife. I'm just like, what? What is you doing? Like, I mean, it don't matter what her past was. Everybody deserves love. He laid down.
She's 37.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, she's at the point in her life like she's tired of it. She's tired of it, and I agree. Like, 12 women. I don't know. I wouldn't even speak on it, but I get it. She's in the public eye.
This can't be the same person. Anthony Edwards 59.
Anthony.
Oh,
I said Alexander.
Oh, my bad. I typed it in wrong.
Put your glasses on. Chomby. Put the glasses up.
So in closing, after we just get his age real quick, why is they sheltering his age like they don't want us to know? They're not telling us.
She's a year older than me. Yeah, like, come on. She's about to be 40 in 3 years.
They're not giving his age. I don't know why. What's going on? He's not. Is he like the lesser celebrity? Because I'm sorry, I wasn't even keeping up with.
I didn't know who he was until she got
right. I guess that's kind of like with Nicki's man because you don't really get that information.
I think he makes music. I just don't know who he is.
I'm trying to find his age and I can't. I can't find his age. I mean, that scared me when I put the Anthony. I put the wrong name. Nope. It's too much. It's too much work trying to find it. All they're doing is talking about the allegations and news about him cheating with the 12. Damn, you just all on blast, bro.
And he did an interview, like he admitted to it, and they asked him like, "Oh, would you, if she take you back, would you?" He was like, and he blatantly said like, "Listen, I don't want to hurt her no more." He said he's all for women, like he loves women, like he's a cheater. And I guess this is something he's been doing in their relationship because she was like, "I'm tired of it." And I'm just like, that's just sad. Like it's just, I know what you feel and how you feel, sis. And you know, like regardless of the woman's past and who she was with and how many kids she might have. Like,
oh, he's 32. And he's a Libra.
What the sign got to do with that?
I'm just saying.
He's just a sign person. He kills me with that.
So in closing, with that subject, it's easier said than done. I won't tell y'all what y'all should do and, pretend it's easy. But I think in the relationship, if somebody cheats, if y'all kind of kept that in y'all four walls, social media is not involved.
Keep it.
You know what I mean? It might be able to be talked about and worked out. Maybe. It doesn't guarantee it, but like the less people involved, nosiness and 2 cents and all that, maybe y'all can talk that out. Maybe. But once the group...
I think the reason why she came out was because I guess she started DMing the females, and once the females found out it was her, she probably wanted to kind of like put extinguish to the fire just in case of like, oh yeah, I slept with Amber Rose, baby daddy. You know how some girls are, they're petty. And if he cut them off, like, oh, so now you want to do Amber Rose, but you was just in my DM, you was just doing this and this. So I guess she was like, let me nip this in the bud before it comes out like other celebrities find out. They try to keep it on wraps, and here goes text messages. Oh, he was videos, nudes come out. So I get maybe why she did what she did, but I'm not putting out all that. I was like, I would say, me and him is no longer in a relationship, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't put out 12 women, and I ain't gonna put out you cheated on me. I'm sorry. Cause like I said, I'm very like, if we're going through something, ain't nobody gonna motherfucker know this. Ain't gonna know a damn thing, because that's no one's business.
So what else you got for me now?
No, what you got for me?
Oh, I bet it's your subject.
But it's the same. It was the same thing. It's really the same thing, just like with Khloe.
Yeah, the Tristan Thompson and Khloe.
And people were kind of like getting on her. That's why I was like, people can't judge. And I got kind of mad because these people were judging her. Oh, you're gonna go back to a sleazeball. He cheated on you. But a lot of these women who are behind the keyboard or their phones, can't say keyboards because I don't know people be on laptops anymore or computers, but behind their phones judging someone, and a lot of y'all are back and forth to your baby daddies, or your man's cheating on you with his other baby mama, and you taking him back, and here you talking about, oh, Chloe, you gonna take him back after he cheated on you with Jordan and Tom, Dick, and Harry and Susan and Lou, like, but your man doing the same damn thing.
Correct.
So y'all need to stop casting stones, and you live in a glass house as well, man and woman, because it don't make no sense. I'm like, if she is, and she said like, we're not together, they have a child together, you're gonna see them together in outings, but people so quick to judge all the freaking time. Like that is, I can't tell people to mind their business no damn more, because people fuel off of this.
I think that the Tristan and Khloe joint a little different. Same type of recipe though, because it's like, she didn't just accept it. They did do some type of separation and she did step off. I think with Amber Rose, she's just accepting it a little bit, or kind of like stuck, because they didn't have a separation period, right? Since they've been together, they've been together.
Yeah, they probably was dealing with it in-house.
Right.
Because in her whole thing, she was like, she's tired of it.
Right.
So I guess she found out about it, he got caught, she dealt with it in-house. He did it again and got caught in-house. So now she's like, you know what, that's it. I'm done. You see me, Like, and Ambrose is bad. Like, oh God, Jesus. And they
surgery.
Whatever. I mean, when that's why I hate when people.
It's like I said though. I said it last episode before. Does that guarantee
Exactly. You're right.
the behavior of your partner being pure?
That's true. Like
Amber Rose, listen. I never got on her and said she was ugly. I never said she wasn't attractive. But prior to Kanye, I don't know when the surgery happened. Was the surgery before
she's
Kanye?
Always been.
Always, right?
Yeah, I mean, when she came out with Kanye, she already had a body.
So my point is, I think if I would have saw her prior to the surgery, like I said, she's not ugly. So I would have gave her credit or props on it. So whatever my judgment of her then would have stood. Like, okay, let me judge how she moves now. So now the surgery happens and it didn't take away that factor. Mm-hmm. So however I saw her, if I would have saw her prior, because she wasn't ugly. So this is my point. I hope she didn't think that was like, I hope she's able to separate that. Like whatever's going on with her relationship and her issues, I hope she's not like thinking of that. Like, yo, I got this surgery and I thought that would be the end of it. Obviously not. Because it was Kanye, Wiz, then this guy, right? Mm-hmm. So the surgery was for all three.
But I don't know if she has surgery. I mean, I don't know if she has surgery. We're just assuming because she's voluptuous. No one knows who is natural nowadays.
No, we know she's not.
I don't know. I don't care. It looks good on her. So
she listened to you sort of by not doing it so excessively.
Correct. That
we don't know if it's hers or not.
Yeah, because I've seen some white women and I'm like, good God Almighty, she eating her grits and collard greens and cornbread.
Oh, she admits it after giving birth.
She had lipo.
Oh.
We don't know if her ass is real or not, but I'm like, it looks good.
Plastic surgery. That's all it's saying. Then it says full body lipo. It's the
lipo
same thing.
Is different, yeah.
Slam for full body. All it talks about is that. So I don't know. All right, so maybe I have to recant my whole statement. So fine. Those issues are slightly different again with the Tristan Thompson situation. She might have stepped back for a second, and now she wants to give it another shot.
We don't know if she's giving it a shot. They were just kind of like slamming her because they seen her out with him, and they automatically assumed that they were getting back together. She said that no, we're not together. We're friends, and they have a child together. That's like me and if my kid's father happened to come, we out going somewhere and with the kids or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, getting back together. No, we have kids together. Go ahead and say what you gotta say. Go ahead.
My child's mother, you think we hanging out ever anywhere? See,
y'all don't have that type of relationship.
And that's what people are judging. Maybe the Tristan Khloe shit ended so ugly, or the way, however that was last shown to the media, is what they're gonna harbor and carry. So even if they became cordial after that, came to some type of common ground where we know we're not gonna be together no more, but we could be cool. If the media didn't see that, the media not gonna take that.
But you went to something that pertaining to your son, and you guys were together. You thought anybody that knew probably thought y'all gonna get back together?
No, but you said you don't even know if the outing they saw them at had the child there.
Point of fact is, it don't matter.
You don't know how the celebrity life go, clearly.
And you know what? And I kind of was, I just had, even if I was in a celebrity life, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care what nobody say, because at the end of the day,
you don't have to care. But if the media seen, let's go back more. Mm-hmm. God bless Whitney, rest in peace. Whitney and Bobby, we saw how that was kind of like out of control, right? Mm-hmm. So whatever, if the media saw last Bobby going upside Whitney's head, and then 6 months later they was with Bobby Christina in Applebee's, they're going to say something. Like, how could she go around him?
Whitney, she didn't care what nobody said.
Right, but I'm just saying how the media does it.
That's the media. That's the media's job. Media's job to either one, make you look good, or two, make you look bad.
It's no medium.
It's no medium.
That was a jewel you just dropped.
That's why I said I do not care.
You just dropped the jewel. That's how they do. That's how they do it. That's sad, but that's how they do.
That's why these people, I feel, and I'm getting off subject because, Lizzo kind of got, they were talking about her, about her music. I'm just like, yo, sis, like, you's beautiful. These people are always going to have something to say about anybody doing good or doing bad. Like, we have to really get our emotions out of a lot of this stuff. People going to talk shit regardless. And we'll allow people, what they say to us, break us down and make us hurt ourselves. Because when you realize, when you become a celebrity, become famous, you're going to always be on the microscope. No matter what you do. No matter what you do, they're always going to freaking judge you. So we got, especially us people, we got to get those emotions in check.
Okay. That's how you're closing on them, right?
Yeah. We closing up.
Do we value and fully appreciate the struggle and baggage that comes with our relationship? Or if we can control it, have it easy and hope it's as authentic and genuine? What makes it good and bad either way? We might need an hour for that one.
What did you just say?
I'm not reading. I'm going to just go off of what I remember. I said for the relationships that have the struggles, every relationship gonna have that. But I'm kind of meaning maybe not immediately, but as y'all going along, it feels a little heavy at times on the struggle and the baggage. Thanks, cameraman. The baggage and the struggle. So, do you feel like that's what it takes for the authentic and the genuine shit? Or if you can control it? Like, if you had like this special link to God where you're like, God, I love this person. Let's just skip fast forward to the easy stuff where we're just rocking out. Will we choose to pick that, which is obviously way make-believe because there's no possible way for that to happen. But there are relationships where people don't indulge as much struggle and as much baggage.
Who say someone's not struggling? They might not be struggling financially, but they probably might be struggling in another way.
So there's no escape?
It's somebody's gonna struggle somewhere.
So you think a lot of people are fronting?
Absolutely.
So there's no world out there where there's a couple that you're like, damn, they shit is smooth sailing.
Because what we see.
If I'm asking, nobody at all has a smooth sailing. Not nobody.
Everybody's gonna. I don't believe it's not a perfect world. That would be considered a perfect world.
No, they go through their little. All right, so
that's what I'm saying.
No. All right, what ticks you? We could get personal. What ticks you about me, and what ticks me about you? That maybe the average couple, that'll be their highlight of their disagreement. Like, what's the only thing? All right, I don't really like to drive far, so I may have a little attitude after driving like a long way. But that's light considered to us because we handling so much other shit. And then what is it that you do? What can I say you do? Sometimes when she zones out and she's thinking about stuff on her mind, she's like this. She locks into this cell, like she's like wall up. So again, these are lighter though. Like we have more to worry about. So now for the people who don't appear to have the more to worry about, stuff like that will be their highlight.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying, what would you rather in those? So I worded it wrong. I'm sorry. Well, how would you rather life be? With, for example, with us. So like if my driving or you wall for a few days, if that's the most struggle we have, isn't that easy considering what we really gotta entail?
It all depends on the people because like you said, this simple thing might irritate the shit out of them, which will probably bother them. To us, that's nothing because we get out of it. We're not driving all the time. I get out of it. Once I'm in my zone. I mean, it's like you said, we deal with a lot of other stuff. So,
Mimosa Thursdays.
Ooh, it's got me burping. Excuse me. That's not like. But I'll take that, like our little nick things, because like you said, we deal with other things stuff like that wouldn't bother us. If we had to deal with that all the time, that would be considered smooth sailing for us.
That's what I meant.
With other people, that might bother the shit out of them. That's why I said it depends on the individuals.
So even to answer my own question, and like I said, the way I worded it was complex as fuck. But to say this, like she said, everything doesn't make you happy. So it could be a relationship where they have all the money and there's other problems. And they can't get past those other problems. Then you may have a relationship where money is the problem and everything else we can deal with. So there is no sure way. If you want to call something light in the dealings with your issues, that's actually a positive head, and you'll probably get through more if you can call things light. Because if you let things weigh on you, it'll take away from how far y'all probably could go. So then there's no real choice. It was kind of a make-believe world to think that you would want to put your relationship in a situation where it's easier. You go through what you go through for a reason, and hopefully if y'all tough enough, because everybody talks the talk, but when it's time to walk the walk, they're folding. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the same things we deal with in life solely, singly, you know, maybe that's overwhelming. Maybe we want to throw the towel in on that. But now when we form a union and there's two of us, yeah, it may come hard. Because what was going on when you was by yourself? You got to think about that too. If you was able to tackle some shit by yourself, I think you're designed to go through some shit as a team, because eventually the war would be over.
Yeah, stronger in numbers. So especially if the universe sees you as a power couple, they're going to try to do things and put things to divide y'all, because they don't want the power couples to be together.
Or if we talk a lot of shit about how good we are, how happy we are, and we glorify that, the test will come even stronger, because I think everybody always runs to, some people, not even that, they run to the whole keep things on the hush, because when we broadcast how good we are or how open we are, it's like a recipe for disaster to get tested. Like if you take social media away completely, you still probably we probably go through what we go through. But you know, the social media, it could be some people, there's some real weirdos out there that could be fucking boiling water, praying over the pot. I want the relationship to end. Hallelujah, them Bella. And all kind of wild shit. It's some sick people out there. So the more people that know.
It's true, because I be boiling some shit too. So it is.
I don't know nothing about boiling anything. I don't partake.
So, yeah, you have to keep this house protected at all times. So, yes, I do dip and dabble in some things. So, but you're right. So, you're right. People do. That's why I tell people, don't pray for me. I'm good. Because your prayer can be your pray. Prayer and pray. P-R-E-Y.
It's another jewel for the night.
Because I'm praying.
She did a job tonight. She earned her check tonight.
Do not pray for me, because I hate when people do not. I do not pray for me and my family, please. I don't care who you is. You can be Jesus himself. I'm good. We're good, because we do that. We pray together. So 1 and 2, that's all we need. And my kids do the same thing. So I don't need nobody to pray for us, because they say they're praying for you and they praying on you. So yeah, people is very vindictive and devilish out there, and you got to keep your household covered at all times. And like you said, miserable people don't like to see people boast about their relationships. But when you got something solid, in a long time, and you've been in situations where you wasn't solid, and you had to fake the funk to make it seem like it's solid, I'm gonna glorify that. I don't care who might feel any type of way. Maybe one day you might get that sister or bro, because at the end of the day, like, I'm
not the bro
sister, because it's men and women. You feel some type of way, not just women and not just men. So it's just. That's how it is.
So anything you're challenged on is meant to happen if everything you say and go by is solid. again, I think that Saucy dropped a couple gems tonight. The only one I really want to emphasize on my end is, again, when you were single and you did you then, whatever struggles you came across, whatever you had to deal with in that time frame, you got through it. Because if you didn't, you see, when you by yourself, if you don't get through certain shit, you'll never be in a position to be in a real relationship. So you obviously handled that for the most part pretty good. So since then, you get into the relationship and now both of y'all are handling shit. Of course it's gonna be challenging because look what you just went through by yourself. So now two of y'all, and then you know what gives you hope is to find out your partner's struggles while they were either by themselves or in another situation. Y'all bring those stories together and that's what's gonna help y'all get through. Feed off each other, you know what I'm saying? Don't really dwell in the past and use the baggage from that past to kind of weigh on the new shit, but y'all can reflect on things that y'all did go through to kind of like prepare y'all, because it's kind of like a warning thing, like, all right, you went through that, I went through this. So now if something similar reflects and tries to bring his head back around Hessel, we already know
to get thee behind.
Exactly.
Get thee behind.
And that's dope. So like, don't take it for granted and don't kind of like give up easily either. If you onto something with someone, you kind of try to ride it out. Everything's not going to be easy. Everybody is so, again, social media, it doesn't really help us. It hurts us more than it helps us. But it's here, we're going to deal with it. Because I think it gets into our head, and now we start to think, oh, we don't have to take this, we don't have to accept this. Nothing's easy. The bare basics has always been the basics before social media. Like Saucy came with the topics of the cheating and do you forgive that. We didn't have to have social media to know about cheating. Thanks, cameraman. We didn't have to know about social media. You feel what I'm saying? So all it does is hype it up more.
Exactly.
And we can't really let that energy consume us, because now you're in a situation where you're back by yourself. And I don't know about y'all, but doesn't it sound more hurting? Like you was by yourself, you went through some shit, you handled it, you got in a relationship. You didn't really give it its fair go, maybe you felt you did. Now you went through some shit with that person. Then you go back by yourself and you're back in the same shit again, and that shit is wear and tear. So have your guidelines. Saucy didn't make it seem too impossible and difficult, ladies. You can kind of piggyback off of her. The cheating thing is not tolerated, especially at this age for her. So you can use that same notion. But like anything else, as far as like y'all struggling, y'all may not just be able to buy the house the first month, or y'all may not be able to bust a major move. Because again, with the social media giving out, you're telling social media how happy you are. So now people will put that battery in. Well, what do y'all got?
Exactly.
What do y'all have?
What's the show for? Yep.
And that doesn't determine happiness.
They didn't have the thing, this little meme that had the woman that's happy with the man, and then the picture shows him beating on her. Then it shows the couple that's always traveling and doing all this, but in debt, in $1 million in debt. So it's like, don't let social media and what these people are doing on social media put you in the depression stage, because I'm telling you, a lot of people faking this funk. Faking it with a capital F. So like, don't let, like I said, he said social media, it messes people up mentally. Sometimes, you know, if it wasn't for like these podcasts and these businesses and stuff, sometimes I try to take a break from social media, because sometimes you need a mental break from it. Won't post, won't be on there, because sometimes you see certain things and be like, yo, these people full of shit.
I think you just gotta use it to your advantage and know how not serious to take it. It's kind of like, it's another version of television. You feel what I'm saying? So if you know where to place it and its real importance or not importance, I think that, you know, it's good to take a break, but you don't have to really dwell on it like that, like how your dealings with social media is, if you know where to place it and how you know, for your advantage. You know what I mean? So I think that we touched very good. What a comeback by Saucy. I mean, last episode was dope, but she kind of left it in my hands. And now this time, she dropped a couple of gems. She dropped a couple of gems on this one. This is a second win. She caught a second win. And that's dope, and that's what we're going to do here. And we had another great one, and we hope everybody enjoy and be safe out there. Once again, you can email us, DM us. Let us know what's up out there. Topics, your opinions, your comments, and all that is appreciated. We always say thanks for every viewer. Thanks for every person who subscribes to the channel new.
Absolutely.
Who shares, who comments, everything. And we tough. We got thick skin. It looks soft and nice, but it's thick skin. So even if you have a criticism, respectably, you can quote. Respectably. But outside of that, till the next time, we up out of here. And thanks for joining us.
Gang, gang.
Saucy and Hush on the couch.